Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to Bobo Jr. Yes, indeed, it's little Bobo Jr. He's a little soft and small, small and fuzzy and warm and alive and wonderful. And because of all these things, he's wonderful. If he were all these things but was dead, that would be very sad, but he's not. He is all these things and he's alive. And it's beautiful and wonderful and awesome. He is just an absolute sweetheart. All of my hamsters are just absolute sweethearts, but some of them are sweetheartier than most. Indeed, I'll pop him back into his cage. It is 7:03 a.m. Thursday, the 13th of July. It has been hot as the devil outside, which happens, but it's only going to get hotter. Once we get into August, it's going to be just blistering, death-like, horrific, nightmarish. And then, of course, it's going to be toward the end of September before it cools down. Used to be, a couple years back, you hit September 1st, it was cool. But then, of course, it used to be, it wasn't death hot in August either. Thumbs up. Hey, climate change for the win. Well, what we're going to do is I'm going to open up this one letter because that's all I've gotten in a month and some. I wanted to actually make a quick thing. I feel more isolated and alone than ever lately. I used to have a lot of people that left me long comments in the comments. You know, there have always been, most comments have been things like, hey, could you react to X from Y? And those are fine because, you know, I need suggestions. That's a good thing. Thank you very much for leaving suggestions in the comments. That's very, very cool. I couldn't make reactions without those, so that's awesome. But there were always people that talked more. And that number has been slowly dwindling so that there's been fewer and fewer people leaving more comments other than, hey, do X by Y. And so I've been feeling more alone that way. And it used to be I had, you know, I'd go down to the post office and get a stack of postcards and letters every single day. And now, you know, I get this in a month. So I'm very, very glad and very, very appreciative. Thank you so much. I mean, I don't expect anything. I'm just letting you know and letting you know that the feeling of isolation has come. But we're going to take a quick look at this. I want to make sure I don't show the address. Most people out there are beautiful, wonderful, awesome, but some people are not quite so beautiful, wonderful, and awesome, and I don't think that anybody should have themselves opened up to anything unpleasant. But it is a nice letter. Wow, it's actually a very nice letter with, oh, cool. Well, we'll look at those in just a moment. But it is a very, very long letter. Very cool. Oh, and very good. It's a story about the nip drivers. Very cool. Yeah, I won't show you the name or any and all that, but it's a really cool letter. It's got some handwritten stuff on there, hand-drawn, but it's a long story about the nip drivers. That's very cool. God, I love the nip drivers. That's why I went and reacted to the one song, and I've talked about them. I've only had the one album, but I thought that it was so awesome. And this is really, really cool. I'm not going to read it all right now, but thank you so much. This is awesome. And then, just as a weird aside, some Garbage Pail Kids cards. These must be the new ones and not the old classics. But there's this Nat Nerd with the comic book cover sticker. And Donna Donor with Atom Bombs Don't Push My Button sticker. And what's that one? Oh, Leonardo da Vinci. For real and for true, huh? With, of course, the atom bombing. So pretty cool. God, I used to collect the original Garbage Pail Kids stickers back when I was a kid, because that's when they were coming out. We used to chew the awful, awful gum that came with these things, and you'd get packs of stickers. God, I remember that. Irritated my mother quite badly because we had the folding doors that were on for our closets, and I think they were metal because this was the 70s back. Well, boy, it could have been very early 70s or late 60s because I was born in 1962. And my mother said, don't put the stickers on your closet door. They'll be impossible to come off because it was metal. And so, of course, I put stickers on the closet door. They never really came off. Oh, man. Stickers. I never really got into, like, baseball cards or motor cards or anything like that. It was always stuff like Garbage Pail Kids and the like. Those are the things that I collected. Thumbs up on that. Now, I did have some subject things, but I didn't have a whole lot of subjects. Mostly it was like my feelings of isolation, because I feel more isolated than ever. As I stated, there's fewer people that contact me in any way. So, yay. Again, I don't want to make it don't want to project like I expect it or demand it, because I've got no right to demand anything, and expecting that's asking for too much. No, it's just I'm hoping, and that kind of goes against my lifelong thing that says don't hope for anything, because you hope, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. So I don't hope for anything, because if you don't hope, if you don't set up your expectations, you're not going to get hurt when your dream isn't achieved. So I don't hope for anything. I mean, as little as even like buying food or buying cannabis or anything, I don't hope I'm going to be able to do anything, because I don't want to get hurt when that hope gets crushed. So it seems kind of bleak, but it's less bleak to live that way. I'm just not setting myself up for pain. So thumbs up for that. I have an appointment today at the Veterans Administration to go to the CPAP clinic, because I'm going to get a new VPAP machine, and that's going to be a good thing. It's VPAP is variable. Boy, I'm having difficulty speaking today. I'm umming more often than I should. My sincere apologies, and stumbling over things like variable. I'm sorry about that as well. My rental tongue syndrome. Must have turned it in for a new model. Ugh. Or an upgrade of some kind. But I'm going to get a new variable positive air pressure machine. You see, there's the CPAP machines, and then there's VPAP machines. A CPAP is constant positive air pressure. It's just basically like a vacuum cleaner, because it sucks air in one side and then it blows it out a tube. So instead of it being the vacuum cleaner side cleaning, it's the suck air in this side. It's got a filter, so that, you know, it has to go through the filter, and then it goes inside the machine, and then it gets pumped into the tube, and then right into your face. You wear a mask that goes right over your mouth and nose, and this thing, it blows hard. It's an air compressor blowing hard into your mouth and nose, and it's loud ish, you know. It's a little vacuum cleaner and a little air compressor that's sucking in air and blowing it down the tube into your face. And yeah, you end up swallowing a lot of air when you're sleeping, because depending on the positioning of your neck and head while you're sleeping, you could be opening up your esophagus some, so it's forcing air down into your stomach as well as into your lungs. So you wake up and you've got to pass a lot of gas, and you wake up with gas pains and you're burping a lot. Thumbs up. And then also, you know, take the blowing end of an air compressor and blow it at your face. Not the pinpoint end, you know, but like an opening that big on the compressor, and then just have it go puh. It is not easy sleeping with that, especially when you strap the thing onto your face. Now, some people, what they do is they wear these devices there, instead of it going to thump over your mouth and face like that, it's goes just punk onto your nose, and it clamps on over the end of your nose and pumps air into your sinuses instead. to make sure. You see, what happens is if you have obstructive or central apnea, well, obstructive apnea is when you're sleeping and the soft tissues of your throat collapse and you can't breathe because it's literally you're blocked when you're trying to breathe. Excuse me. Hurt my vocal cords. But if you have a central apnea, like I do, your brain just literally goes, okay, lungs, breathe out, in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe in, now breathe out. And so you just stop breathing. No reason, you just stop. And then, of course, you're struggling to breathe, but no signals telling you to. And then you start to breathe again. It's a huge stress on your heart and your brain. So the tube forcing air into your face like that, even when you stop breathing, if it's obstructive, it forces your throat open and forces air into your lungs. Or if you've got central apnea like me, you just stop breathing and it just keeps the air circulating anyway. And so you don't die of a heart attack when you suddenly stop breathing and stop supplying your body with oxygen for a minute or more. So it's kind of an important thing, but the point of that is, of course, I've got to wind this up quick because I'm going to be leaving at like 1 o'clock at the very latest to make my 3 o'clock appointment at the Veterans Administration. It's like a 100-mile round trip to get there and back. So, yay! Gotta get from where I am to closer to Seattle. Not at Seattle, closer to. You see, I'm at exit 104 off of I-5. If you're in Washington State, you know the systems and all that. Middle of Seattle is like exit 168. I have to go to exit 124 to get to American Lake, where the Veterans Administration is. So thumbs up. Gravelly Lake Drive. Thumbs up on that. That's all I've really got. My life has been boring. I went for a walk down to the post office yesterday, but it took a long time to get there, and oh my God, I hurt so bad when I got back. My hip joints are just filled with, it feels like they're like little soft blobs, like BB-shaped blobs in my hip joints, just scattered around in the meat and joints of my hips. And the more THC I have in my body, it's like it hits these little blobs and they stay soft and gelatin-like. And so when I'm walking, I can tell they're there. They feel soft and squishy, but they don't hurt. The less THC there is in my body, it's like the more these little blobs dry out. And the more they dry out, the more the little spikes show up. So the less THC there is in my body, the more these BBs are just spiked and sharp, and it just grinds as I walk. I didn't have a whole bunch of THC last night, and oh my God, my hips and my knees were killing me when I got back. It took a long time before I could even come up the stairs to get here, so that was fun. I've got about these crumbs. I'm working on the crumbs very, very slowly, so I'm hurting more than I like, but you gotta do what you can. Well, I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments on the community tab of my channel. So what I'm going to go through and do is thank 20 to 25 commenters for having left me a comment. I'm very appreciative of every comment I get. Whether it is a simple, can you please react to X from band Y, or whether it is any other comment, shallow or deep, the fact is reacting to any sort of comment gets me out of my head, reacting with people in the world, and that is an awesome thing. Thank you all so very, very much. It looks like I'll be passing 96,000 subscribers today. You're all beautiful, awesome people. Thank you so much. Now, if you'd like a shout out, just ask for it. If I catch it, you got it. I have 2 shout outs. They're coming up. If I mispronounce your name, no disrespect is intended. I'm terrible at names. Better than I thought I would be, but not really good. I'm a native American English speaker. so I'm not really wonderful at names that are not American English. So, but still, you know, I do my best. But on the shout out section, there is Jose Rico Taco Nacho Case Mina Diaz. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce some of those. And Tyler Smith, thank you so very, very much. Greatly, greatly appreciated. You get me out of my head, as stated, and into the world. That's a good thing. And Salty Dog, thank you very, very much. Muhammad Aldian Pranata, thank you very much. Wizard, thank you. Greatly appreciated. And Mr. Masked Man, thank you very, very much. Alkali VFX, thank you. Greatly appreciated. Cody Hawk, thank you. And Mike Custer, thank you very, very much. Brimstone, thank you. And then there's Camouflage Marine, thank you very, very much. And Cobra Glaciator, thank you. Stone, nice and simple, thank you very, very much. Roger Waters, thank you very much. And Paulo Victor, thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this, but it's Merijn. Marine? I'm not sure, but thank you very, very much. Daniel O'Shea, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Warrior King 55, thank you. And then Aldo Valdez, thank you very, very much. Foxy the Pirate, thank you. Greatly appreciated. Matthew Anthrax, thank you very, very much. I love your guys' usernames. They're awesome. Radioactive Spider Punch, I think I'm on 22 now. Thank you very, very much. Mika Mach 5, thank you. Greatly appreciated. Gamer GR1, I'd say like Gamer Girl, but that's a 1 instead, so I'm not quite sure. But then there's, last but not least, Ryan Scheller. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated, each and every one of you. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with people, and that's an awesome thing. I thank you very, very much. I have time, well and good, to do my greetings, and that is well and good. I'm not quite sure what I meant by well and good, but still, it is a good thing. I'm going to say the greetings here, in which case I do my best on pronunciations. I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I'm not even close on some of them, but I'm doing my best. I still haven't gotten the Arabic good morning in there yet. I'm very, very sorry. I'm going to get that fixed. But if you'd like to hear a greeting in your home language, if you could tell me how to say good morning down there, that would be awesome. Bom dia, dia dit, dia gwit, guten tag, annyeonghaseyo, buenos dias, bună dimineața, Ohio, labrit, labas ritas, kumusta, buongiorno, terahomikos, yora geld, bara baive, bari luz, ni hao, kalimera, bonjour, bokerta, Jean Dobry, or less formally, chest, Labdien, Dobre Utro, Mesa Ol Haley. See, that one's good afternoon in Arabic. Dobre Rana, Bereda, Privyet, Merhaba, which is also good afternoon in Turkish. And of course, go forth and have the crack. Good food, good drink with good friends. Doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage, doesn't have to be a mountain's crack cocaine, doesn't have to be a prostitute spreading her thighs for you. No. But it could be all these things and more. But good food, good drink with good friends. And in 18 minutes and change, I guess I'd best go into my template spiel with, if you could check out the links down there, just click show more, they open right up. There's merch and there's links, all kinds of things. My thanks to everybody who's donated to my GoFundMe account. Very appreciated. You have been helping to keep me alive, and that's awesome. I like being alive. My thanks again to every single one of my patreon.com patrons. My brain is not working today, my sincere apologies, but my thanks to each and every one of you. You're all beautiful, awesome people. You've been helping to keep me alive and I tried to say under this roof and in this house at the same time, and it did not work, but you've kept me alive here. Thank you very, very much. If you could toss me a like, that would be greatly appreciated. I do appreciate all the positive validation for my existence, especially as isolated as I feel these days. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very, very cool. Now, I'd understand if you don't want to. I'm a weird older guy set in my ways. I'm not for everybody. I understand that, though sometimes people in the comments seem to fight about it. But If you do subscribe, then thumbs up. I will do my damnedest to keep you entertained from now until the end of time. Well, I'm at less than 30 seconds left before I hit 20 seconds, so I've got a reaction video coming up. I got a game video coming up. I'm still working on videos for my other gaming channel. Don't worry, when I finally get a video uploaded, I'll trumpet it out and put a URL and all that, so thumbs up. You take care. Have a great day today. I've got my appointment coming up, so I'm in kind of a rush today, so thumbs up. But you have a great day, and I will see you on the flip side.